Hey guys, what is up? It is your friendly neighborhood Ubergoose here, back again with another Isaac Burger, and this time we're starting with Proptosis. And I just want to say right now, I just saw Mad Max Fury Road finally. Fucking incredible. I seriously loved it. Like, I was... It was a very, very good movie. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend it. And why it took me this long, I don't know. But that's okay. So, let me elaborate a slight amount. So basically, we have a movie theater in our town called the Tivoli. Apparently, there's like not a lot of Tivolis left or whatever, but ours is one of the ones that's still left, and it's really cool. Basically, it's just like a classic movie theater, right? Like an older sort of movie theater. But the cool thing about it is that the tickets are $5. Like no matter what. Well, I guess unless you're like a kid. I think if you're a kid, it's $3. Really good deal to get into a movie. And they always show the movies later than, you know, classical movie theaters like AMC and stuff like that. And by that I mean basically Mad Max Fury Road was showing for the night, the evening show yesterday. So I don't know, actually, it's probably still in, you know, other theaters, but anyway, they show movies later, and it's cheaper, and it's really nice too because it's just a cool place. I'm gonna take this. That's pretty good. But Mad Max Fury Road. I'll do a quick rundown of the goods and the bads. Good things. Every single fucking like molecule of goddamn sand was in a perfect spot in the whole movie. Seriously, like it was from an art perspective like one of the most incredible movies I've ever seen. Visually, it was fucking stunning. Legitimately, I had to like I had to several times in the movie like catch my breath just from what I was seeing. You know, the world, the setting felt like it was a living, breathing setting, not just like a backdrop, which is the thing that a lot of movies don't really nail anymore. It's more often the settings like, oh, we're in France. All right. I see the Eiffel Tower in the background. Okay, yeah. And that's it, right? It doesn't feel like you're in France. It just feels like, you know, France is behind you, right? This movie, though, you are in that fucking setting. You're there. You're part of it, you know? It's just fucking incredible. Character design is like 11 out of 10. Vehicle design, fucking, I don't know, give it like a 26 out of 10. How about that? Plot was pretty goddamn good. Plot was one of the weaker aspects of it. It's still very good though, I think. I was a very big fan of the plot. Just because I'm saying it was one of the weakest spots doesn't mean it was bad, right? Everything's gotta have a weak spot. Let's see, what else? Right, so one of the biggest problems, which I went to see it with my dad, of course, and so one of the biggest problems that he ran into, and I kind of ran into it, it was less of an issue for me, but to him it was a lot bigger. Basically, the dialogue was almost inaudible for a lot of spots. Like, the sound mixing was just a little bit off, and all of the action sounds were kind of just, I guess, intrusive to the dialogue. I thought it was fine. I thought that I caught all of the important dialogue, and it wasn't difficult to hear. There were bits of dialogue that I missed, for sure, but I didn't see them as important. Can I please stop getting fucking Head of Krampus, please? So, I mean, the sound mixing was definitely a little bit off, because in action sequences, the dialogue was basically just inaudible, right? You'd hear people like yelling, and you're like, what was that? And that's a problem. Not a huge one, but it's definitely a problem. Another great thing about it, though, is that the characters didn't feel like unkillable death machines, like the protagonists frequently do in movies. They actually felt, at multiple points in the movie, I was like, well, they're fucking dead, okay. Whoops. You know? Like, it legitimately just felt so real, I guess. It felt like there was actual burden placed on them, and that, you know, there was threat to them, right? It felt real, and that's really good. That's what you want in a movie. So that was great. What else? Fuck, I don't know, man. It was just too good. The movie was really good. I was a gigantic fan of it. Gigantic. And honestly, like, it was just a 2-hour, incredibly intense exploration into this fucking post-apocalyptic world. And that it's great. It's really good. I mean, it harkened back so much to Beyond Thunderdome, which is honestly like one of my favorite movies of all time. I loved Beyond Thunderdome for a lot of the reasons that I love Fury Road. Just because like it felt so consistently like a real living, breathing world with its own, you know, damn it, ingrained politics and stuff, right? Like it felt like, damn it. You know what? I don't know how this interacts, so I'm gonna take it. But both movies just felt like it was legitimately just a real world where all these people had their own motives and their own reason of being, and just, you know, the clashing of their everything just is what creates the main, what do you call? I can't remember the word. The main problem, whatever. You know what I'm saying. Conflict. There we go. That's the word. And it just, they almost never, the only times that they talked about kind of the hierarchy of the world that they lived in, because I'm saying world because it felt so distant from other locations, right? It felt like they were their own little world, when in reality they were just their own fucking little town, right? But they almost never really commented on how it worked, right? Like the hierarchy of it. It just, any actual talking about the hierarchy, about the structure, was done in passing, right? They didn't really go like, well, you gotta talk to this guy because he's in charge, right? They didn't spell it out for you. It was just kind of naturally, it was a conclusion that you reached naturally, right? Like, sure, they did, at a lot of points, they did actually, you know, kind of tell you a bit about it, right? They gave you some exposition and dialogue, which is always a very awkward sort of thing. The fact that it's such a, I don't know, it's a cop-out to give exposition in, like, planted dialogue, right? Where it's like, oh, somebody makes a phone call. Well, I have to do this, otherwise this guy will be upset. You know, oh, well, thanks for telling me that. I don't think the person that is on the other side of the phone was really that concerned with it, but because, you know, we're the audience, we have to be fucking spoon-fed all of the major plot lines. And this movie didn't do it. Fuck. Oh my god. Okay. This movie didn't do it. Like, there was some planted dialogue for sure. I don't think you can get through an entire movie without planting some dialogue in order to establish, you know, the exposition. I don't think that's possible. But this movie had so little of it that it honestly didn't feel like it had any. Obviously, I know it did, but you know what I'm saying. And I'm trying to, speak in a vague fashion in case you haven't seen the movie, because if you haven't seen the movie, I would highly recommend seeing the movie. It's incredible. I don't think I can praise it enough to actually elaborate on my feelings. And honestly, if you aren't interested in like the Mad Max universe and like whatever, right? If that doesn't interest you, sure, whatever. If that doesn't interest you, you can still see Mad Max Fury Road as just a straight up mindless action film, right? You can see it as like yeah, just completely mindless action, right? And you know what? If you see it as that, fucking fine. It's really good at that. Like, that's fine. That's not a bad thing at all. The movie, it captured, honestly, what Mad Max was, in my opinion. I can't give it high enough praise. It was just so good. I'm very happy that I went to see it. Nice, Miter's actually real good. Yeah, I probably just want to leave this floor. But it might be my current movie of the year? I'm not sure. What other movies have come out this year? There is a movie that I really want to see that actually opened yesterday. And it's called The Gift. Now, my initial reaction to The Gift, first of all, it's a psychological thriller. Not too different than something like Seven, which I will never not call Seven because that's what it's called. But I don't know a lot about it. I know it's a psychological thriller. I know it's very good. It had like a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes from critics, which is fucking real good, right? If you don't know what Rotten Tomatoes is, when it comes to movie reviews, Rotten Tomatoes is the fucking strictest, right? If a movie sucks, it fucking sucks. If you look on Rotten Tomatoes at the movie Pixels, which if you don't know what it is, good for you, I'm jealous. But it's an Adam Sandler and whoever that other fucking guy is. Basically people who the only movies they do anymore are really bad ones. Kevin James, is that his name? I think so. And it's a fucking awful movie. I haven't seen it, but it's assumed it will be bad. And I looked on Rotten Tomatoes and it had like a 13% or something, right? It's not like, oh, you tried, so here's 50%, right? It's like a legitimate bell curve. The average movie would be at 50, right? That's Rotten Tomatoes for you. Which means, if you don't know anything about bell curves, in order to have a bell curve, you gotta have stuff in the bottom, in the bad spot. That's a requirement to a normal distribution. And Rotten Tomatoes does it. It's not like fucking, if you look on IMDb, the worst movie that exists will have like probably a 20%, right? You look at Troll 2 on IMDb, I'm sure it's probably a 20%. Ah, shit. I'm not taking that. Alright, and like that's pussy shit, alright? I want real reviews, so Rotten Tomatoes is the place. And The Gift got like a 93, right? Which is insane. And the one thing, my first impression of The Gift from the commercial that I saw, had me actually kind of not liking it. Because what they did was, you'll want to know what's in the box. And I'm like, come on, I know that you want to be like Seven, and it was an incredibly successful movie, but come on, just, like that was just the feeling I got, right? It felt bad that it was just mindlessly and unapologizingly stealing that thing. Because that's what everybody remembers from Seven, because that was the ending of the movie, right? But, like, I don't know. It's just, it's gross is what it is. It really shouldn't be a thing. But it is, and I can't stop it. But the gift looks good anyway, so we'll see. I'll probably see it. I'll let you guys know what I feel about it, how I feel about it. But I'm hesitant. I'm cautiously optimistic, let's say. I think it has incredible potential, and psychological thrillers are some of my favorite movies of all time. So, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it looks, but you know, it got really good reviews. It's my favorite genre. And who are the actors in it? I remember there were some like big names in it, in the gift. I can look it up in a moment. But only for a moment, then the moment's gone. All we are is dust in the wind. Well, let's go in here. Can't be greed. And it's pretty good. I'm gonna take the compass over the blue map. Compass, I think most people agree, is better than the blue map. Obviously. So, take it. Yeah, movies are good now. Something happened that made movies stop sucking, and I'm happy it happened. I guess it's just that it's summer, right? Like, most good movies tend to come out. Well, do they? Do they really tend to come out in summer? Please don't fucking do it again. I don't know. All I know is that right now, movies are real good. And I have a lot of them to see. Oh, thank you, Infamy, for helping me escape the bullshit that was that series of events. Yeah, I have a lot of movies to see. And I'm gonna be working on getting through them. I just gotta, you know, make sure my dad wants to as well. Because I'm not the kind of guy who goes to see movies alone. I'll watch it at my computer alone. Obviously, that's fine. But if I'm gonna go to a theater, you know, if it's a newer movie, I'm gonna be with somebody. That's just how it's gonna work. And my dad's awesome, and he wants to see a shitload of movies with me, so we'll probably be doing that. But where was I going? I don't remember what I was gonna say, but whatever. What are the other movies I have to see? Oh, I need to see the new Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible has never really interested me, I guess. It's never really, like, called out to me. It's never been a thing that I've been like, I want to see the Mission Impossible movies, right? It's just always kind of been a thing that exists. That's pretty good, I think, maybe. Did I pick up everything I was in here? Right, okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Perfect. Yeah, so Mission Impossible's never really interested me, but my dad really wants to see the new one. And from the commercials I've seen, it looks pretty good. Also, it got a really good critical reception, so we'll see. I'll probably watch it, but I'll be a lot more critical of it, probably, than something like Mad Max, but that's not a bad thing. More critical does not equal more bad. That's actually one thing that's really funny to me, is how people are like, well, they're pointing out the flaws, they must fucking hate it. No, that's... It's like every fucking commenter on CinemaSins. If you don't know about CinemaSins, highly recommend it. Great YouTube channel. It's very funny. It's like with comedy in mind, they point out all of the mistakes made in movies, right? And it's frequently movies that they themselves enjoy. You know, it's not like they're just shitting on movies. In some cases, they do. There's one about Batman and Robin. So, you know, I think you probably know why they were doing that one, but great channel, and every commenter on it is like, well, I think you were too critical of this just because it included this and, you know, this cliche and blah blah blah. Fuck off. Like, it's clear that it isn't being used as an explanation why the movie is disliked, right? Problems exist in good movies. There are negative aspects to good movies. Abso-fucking-lutely there are. Nobody can argue that. There's no perfect movie. By the way, I'm clearly waiting out Are You Wizard? Because fuck that. Here we go. There is no perfect movie. And if there is, if you believe there is, that's fine. You know, you can live in your own little dream world where there's, you know, your favorite movie is a perfect movie or whatever. I am of the opinion that so far there's never been a fucking perfect movie. I don't think that's an unreasonable stance to take. Achieving perfection is a bit ridiculous, or don't you think? That seems like it would be an incredibly difficult thing to achieve. So I think it's perfectly reasonable that there's not a perfect movie. Although that doesn't mean I'm not gonna fucking fanboy and, you know, in the moment claim that, you know, insert fucking newer Tarantino movie here is the greatest movie of all time. You know, I'm not gonna say that's not gonna happen, because it probably will. That's generally how I am. I like to be incredibly hyperbolic in my assessments of things, but in hindsight, after the fact, I will most likely explain the problems in a matter-of-fact way that doesn't influence my opinion on the movie dramatically. Right? It's fine. I think that's perfectly reasonable. But, yeah, there are people who are like, my favorite movie is Star Wars. And then it's like, you know, you point out a problem with whichever Star Wars is their favorite. Episode 5, let's be real. You'll point out a problem with Episode 5, and then they'll be like, no! No! It's not, no, it doesn't, no! You know, mindlessly defend it fucking as if they needed to. I don't get that. Being open to other point of views is the correct way to live life. And I know that's that sounds hypocritical and contradictory in and of itself. And that's kind of part of me being a little cheeky fuck. Because I'm intentionally phrasing it that way. Similar to the famous line, only a Sith deals in absolutes. Well, isn't that a fucking absolute? And wouldn't that make you a Sith? Anyway. I do think people are overly defensive about their movies that they enjoy. I think that's a very frequent thing. I think there is absolutely no harm done in pointing out negative aspects of movies at all. No harm. None. I firmly believe that. Sweet. Alright. I actually completely forgot whether or not we visited an item room on that floor. I don't think we did. Too late! Why is that faded? Do you see that? In the top right, it's faded. Why? There, it's fixed. What the fuck was that? Alright, good bug. That was so weird. Somebody get Edmund on the line. I got a bug for him. I guess you'd probably get Tyrone on the line before Edmund, but... Anyway. I had some tangent to go off of relating to what I was just saying, and I've immediately forgotten it. I can't remember. Fuck. I'm actually really upset because it was like a big thing that I wanted to actually talk about for a while, but it's gone. Rip. Fuck, where'd it go? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway. Movies are sweet. That's all I can say. I'm super into movies. Super into movies. And by the way, if you guys want, so I will happily if you guys want me to, I will happily do like movie spoiler talk in like a vlog fashion. If you guys wanna hear that sort of thing. I thought about doing it, and then I'm like, who the fuck would want to hear my opinion? But then I realized that I have a fairly consistent viewer base who probably doesn't watch for Isaac most of the time. I've seen quite a number of people comment that, you know, they just put the video on in the background, and I appreciate that. Like, you know, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I'd say there's a lot of things right with that. I think Isaac is a incredibly enjoyable game with infinite replay value, but you know, I don't blame people for being like, well, it's boring at this point. That's fine. But yeah, if you guys want me to, I could totally do that because I love movies. I don't know if you've noticed. I know, weird, me loving movies. Where'd that come from? And the reason it would be in you know, vlog form is because I have no fucking clue how to go about getting the rights to use like movie footage and shit like that. I have no clue. That shit's alien to me. I guess I already picked it up, so let's leave. I guess I could have gone to the curse room. Probably should have. Oh well. I'm gonna roll with Pinky Eye probably for the rest of the run, so don't really care about the mini boss over there. What other movies do I have to see? Obviously, whenever episode 7 comes out, I'll be the first one in line. Gotta see Mission Impossible. Just saw Mad Max. Gotta see fucking The Gift. Fuck, dude. What? There's like a list of like 40 movies that I've said I had to see, but I can't remember them for the life of me right now. Don't do this to me. Don't fucking... I knew you were gonna do it to me! What a bullshit fight. That's not that bad. Mom's heart fight's not really a big deal. It just kind of sucks sometimes. Oh well. I do have to say, I will most likely be rewatching all the Mad Max movies in the near future. Because I forgot how fucking much I loved them until I saw Fury Road. And the thing is, I don't even know if anybody from the original Mad Max movies was involved with Fury Road. I have no clue. I don't know. So all I know is that it perfectly fucking captured it. So whoever was in charge did a damn good job. Damn good job. Alright, I'll go in here because we have a spirit heart. Ready and waiting. No! Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I guess it didn't matter, but I knew it, and I was so mad. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, fucking let's roll with the sun card. Fucking Alien 2.5. I gotta see that whenever that comes out. I don't remember about if they've announced a release date. Ooh, that seems to be a bit better than Pinky Eye. I don't know if they've announced a release date. I don't know if they've even like done anything with Alien 2.5. I have no clue. All I know is that it's being worked on, and I'm excited. I'm very excited. All right. I guess I should check both secret rooms just in case. All right. Oh wait, this wasn't. Okay. Hey, nice. Although range up is kind of irrelevant with Proptosis in its current form. because I was not hitting the ground at any point, really. It was always just petering out on size. Fuck, dude, what else do I need to see? There's a lot of movies that are coming out, and a lot of them are getting a lot of good press. A lot. I don't know, man. Right now is a great time to like movies, I will say. Shit. Oh, I wanted to see Fantastic Four just to see if they could do it any justice, but Fantastic Four is definitely not getting the best reviews. So I'm very hesitant to actually see it. But at the end of the day, reviews mean fucking jack all, right? Whether or not you enjoy the movie is your own opinion. And just because the critics don't like it doesn't mean you can't. Wow. Pretty bad. Pretty bad first two hauls. Oh yeah, I need to fucking see Ant-Man. Haven't seen that one yet. I do want to see it. The thing that kind of weirded me out is that, you know, they're actually having Ant-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but he's not the first Avenger, which is weird to me, but, I mean, that's fine. I'm not that big into comic books. That was just one of the things that kind of bothered me. But, you know, it looks good, and I haven't been upset with a single one of the movies from the Marvel Cinematic Universe that I've seen. Every single one that I've seen so far has made me very happy, and they've been very good in my opinion. There's still a bunch I do need to see though. Ones that I've seen are obviously Avengers. I didn't actually see Avengers 2 yet. I do need to see that. That's one that's also on the list. Obviously Iron Man 1 and 2. I didn't see Iron Man 3 yet. Captain America, only the first one. Didn't see the second one yet. Shit, what else? Obviously Guardians of the Galaxy, which was one of my favorites. I loved it. I seriously... If the next movie starring Chris Pratt... Wow. If the next movie starring Chris Pratt, literally the commercial was, Chris Pratt! Just that's it, right? That's the commercial. I'll see it. You know what? I'm sold. You got me. That's good enough for me. Starring Chris Pratt. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I'll see it. Yeah, you want to see that new movie? Oh, what's it about? Fuck, I don't know. It's got Chris Pratt though. So, oh yeah, I'll see it. Yeah, I'll see it with you. I don't know, man. Like, I'm a completely heterosexual male, but I'd bang Chris Pratt. I'd do it. I don't think that's weird. I think that's perfectly reasonable. Anyway, moving on from that. Okay. Fuck, what else? I do actually need to see quite a few more Avengers movies. I guess, or MCU movies. I guess I really haven't seen that many. Because I need to see, I haven't seen fucking any of the Thor stuff. There wasn't a Hulk movie yet in the MCU. There were like 2 Hulk movies in recent memory that both sucked fucking booty. Like big old booty. But neither of those was the one that's involved with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Can I get better items? You know what? I'll take the mulligan, because at this rate, I don't think I'm going to get anything out of this room. Might as well take something that's reasonably okay. Fuck, what movies do I need to see? A lot. I need to see a lot. I don't know. I'll probably love Ant-Man though, for sure. Like I'm already calling it. Just based on the commercials alone, I really like the tone of it. And again, it's another movie within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and so far everyone that I've seen, I've really enjoyed. I heard a lot of people actually didn't like the Captain America movies, like either of them. And I haven't seen the second one, Winter Soldier, but I loved the first one. I thought it was really good. I'm so glad I had multiple pretty fly pills. I just would have taken 6 hits in that room if I didn't have pretty flies. Crazy stuff. Anyway, this run's basically over. I don't have much more to say, honestly. I can't really speak much more about Fury Road if I don't want to spoil shit, so. Wow. Am I really this bad at getting items that matter? I guess so. I mean, these are both passive. I might as well take them, because we're not going to reroll shit anymore. Because there's not enough rooms. I will throw some keys at this guy. Oh, fuck. Okay, hang on. Let's get it away. I want to get away, I want to fly away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, Dark Bum. You're a little late, unfortunately. You're passive, though, so I don't see why I wouldn't take you at this point. Okay. It wasn't a troll bomb. Finally. These red chests have not been kind to me. Hey, sissy longlegs, hop in. Water's fine. Oh! Ooh! Sure. I'll take a free fucking damage up. That seems sweet. Huh? God damn it! Please don't. Fuck off. That's why I started shooting, because I didn't want them to blow up this guy. He's my ticket. He's, oh yeah. Yeah! There we go. Finally got there. Sure. Hop in, Cancer. How to jump is not even a consideration for an item. Capricorn is, however, quite good. Spoilers. Mr. Frodo. Master Frodo. That, unfortunately, is not what I want. So, Ludovico with Splash Tears is such a fucking bizarre interaction, because with Cricket's body, it doesn't work. With Parasite, it goes insane. Oh, you're not that fuck. Oh, you're still not that fuck. Come on. There we go. Alright, apparently my damage isn't as good as I thought. That's okay, though. It's still quite good. Alright, let's just pop the sun card and fuck him up. And, yeah, this run was pretty good. It was an enjoyable run. I enjoyed more the whole movie talk thing. I don't know. I love movies so much. I need to just talk about movies more. Unless you guys really don't like it, but I have to assume you guys do enjoy it, as I do it quite frequently, and nobody's spoken out negatively about movie talk. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to leave a like. It does help me out a great deal. And then subscribe if you haven't already, so you can see more Isaac in the future, and maybe like those videos as well. And once again, leave your feedback. Let me know if you guys want me to do like movie talk things separate from Binding of Isaac. So I'd be totally down to do it. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.